Hola fam, and welcome to another episode of Latina Geek. We're coming back to you playing this new Doki Doki game, Doki Doki Literature Club. I figured why not pick up something super cutesy and gross that I would never play. I'm not a huge fan of JRPGs. I think like the most extent is those dating simulators that I'll play. But this promises to be a little bit disturbing, so okay. Enter your name. Latina Geek. Let's do a little bit of 15 minutes of fun and see what we have. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I get tired of waiting up, so I ditched her. But if she's gonna chase me like this, I almost better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sierra catch up to me. I overslept again, Sayori. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You think you were thinking about me. That's me. I know. Oh, people stare at you for acting weird. I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I sound like Miss Piggy, almost. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say. Oh, that's me. Whatever you say, Siri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Latina Geek, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any club. Oh, that's me. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. I'm just a jerk. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, because I just forget everything ever. In one of our conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. I'm an asshole. Siri likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. See, this is why you guys are single. Like, you would much rather do this shit and then complain about being single than actually put forth the effort to pay attention to your friend. Anyway, I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. This is already a disaster, you guys. I'll look at a few clubs, even if it makes you happy. If it makes you happy. No promises, though. Well, at least you promised you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I promised you that. Yay! Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Why is she so fucking happy? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to talk about me. Ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori must have been in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't have to wait up for me. It's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club, you loser. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she can't even read. She only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club, since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. So I'm mean and I suck. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Make promises you can't keep? I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or she's just so cunning as to have all of this planned out. I let out a long, laborious sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. It's empty. Welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Girl number 1 with the poking nipple says. Sayori always has nice things to say about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Latina Geek. What a surprise. Welcome to the club. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Wait, what are you looking at? I don't remember her. If you want something, if you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Huh. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her. She gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you, I guess. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Latina Geek. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, a demon, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Latina Geek. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. So sorry, I get a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk around the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, what? Natsuki lifts a foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh, why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. Okay. I give up Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set? Okay, that's me. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises a brow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing and the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy, like bloodlust, and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others into literature witchcraft, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls. All interested in the same goal. Me. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Latina Geek, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly myself. Half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. That's my kind of girl. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock, which would probably be a better conversation. Honestly, I'm terrible. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems! Everything you do is just as cute as you are! Sayori siddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Aw, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. What? Natsuki and Yuri look around quizzically at Monika. Has this gotten old yet, guys? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time when we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will get us all a little comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Latini Geek? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All the four girls stare back at me with their big anime eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Oh, Latina Geek, I know. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. I'm like rolling my eyes so hard right now. Anyway, okay. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me there for a second. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'll be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Alright friends, that's all the time that I have. Hopefully this gets a little darker. Anyway kids, thank you so much for watching. We'll have some more Doki Doki Club next week. Goodbye!